May the 4th look out.
Laura, are we ready?
I was just waiting for the chancellor to come in.
Oh, okay.
Just one more second. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Laura Tibbetts in the system office. Chair Crane, I'm showing we are ready to go when you are.
All right, very good. Thank you. This is Regent Crane. Welcome to the Telephonic Academic and Health Affairs Committee meeting for May 10th, 2021. For the record, let's see, the time is 2:01 Central Time. This meeting has been duly posted with the Secretary of State as required by the open meetings laws. Please note, the audio of this meeting is being broadcast live. Before we take roll call,
We're not having much luck with it.
I'd like to remind everyone to please mute their phones unless, of course, you're speaking. Laura, let's turn now and do a roll call of the regents. Would all the regents on this call please check in?
Sure. Chair Crane.
Here.
Thank you. Regent, yeah, I caught you. Sorry. Regent Harrell.
I'm here.
Thank you. Regent Edwards.
This is Regent Edwards here.
Thank you. I believe we have Regent Flores. Regent Flores, are you on the call? Okay, and then how about student Regent Lee?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Good afternoon. Thank you. Any other regents on the call? Okay, that concludes regents.
All right. Thank you, Laura. Let's go now to a roll call of all the system office representatives.
Okay, Chancellor McCall.
Here.
John Hayek.
Here.
Do we have Nellie Herrera? Here. Thank you. Daniel Harper.
I'm here. Thank you.
Sean Cunningham.
Here.
Thank you. Pierce Mitchell.
Here.
Thank you. Do we have any other system staff on the call? I know some of you are streaming, so thank you. Okay, and then Chair Crane, I'll just move on down to the component school roll call, and let's start with Lamar University.
Ken Evans and Brendan Nichols.
Thank you. Sam Houston State University.
Elisa White.
And Chris Maynard.
Thank you. Still Ross. Do we have anyone on the call from Sil Ross?
This is Yvonne Rayleigh Vasquez.
Thank you. And Texas State.
Denise Trouth, Lisa Lloyd, and Veteraman Saraman.
Thank you. LIT.
Lonnie Howard, Carrie Mix, Angela Hill.
Thank you, Dr. Howard. Lamar State College Orange.
Tom Johnson and Wendy Elmore.
Thank you. And finally, Lamar State College Port Arthur.
Eddie Renard and Pam Millsap.
Thank you. That and did I miss anyone else who's joined since? Okay, thank you. That concludes roll call.
All right. Thank you to you all and look forward to seeing you all next week. All right. I'd also like to note that Dr. Hayek and myself went over the agenda over the weekend, so I'm fully briefed. So at this time, I'll turn the meeting over to Dr. John, who will present the Academic and Health Affairs Committee agenda items. Dr. Hayek.
Thank you, Regent Crane. Good afternoon, everyone. Before we jump into the agenda, I did want to quickly congratulate all of our institutions and faculty, staff, students, and leadership on another incredibly successful academic year, especially remarkable given the impact of the pandemic. Over the next couple of weeks, we'll have numerous in-person commencements, and across the system, we'll likely award degrees and credentials of over 21,000 graduates this year, which is about a quarter of our overall enrolled student body. So very grateful and appreciate all the work, planning, implementation this past year from all of our institutions. Really paid off to help keep our institutional system momentum moving forward. So with that, we'll jump into the agenda. And the first item is a Sam Houston State University item, Bachelor of Arts in Fashion Merchandising, Bachelor of Science in Fashion Merchandising. President White.
Dr. Maynard is going to present this item for us. Thank you.
Great.
Thank you. This motion requests approval of an online modality for the Bachelor of Arts in Fashion Merchandising and Bachelor of Science in Fashion Merchandising. The move to an online mode of delivery for the degree programs will allow the programs to reach potential students across the state of Texas and nationwide. We plan to offer 7.5-week online courses throughout the fall, spring, and summer semesters that will allow the program to reach non-traditional students and accommodate those who have jobs, are constrained by geographic location, and are unable to attend school full-time. Finally, the online mode of delivery will attract instructors who will actively be working in the fashion industry, providing access to resources that otherwise we would not be able to make available to our students.
Great. Regent Crane, would you like to kind of have the committee members vote to move this forward to the full agenda?
Dr. John, I'm talking to a dead microphone, but I've got it back on. Thank you. Let's see, where are we? Okay, let's put this to a motion. Sam Houston State University desires to be authorized to offer the following degree programs in the Department of Family and Consumer Sciences within the College of Health Sciences. This will be done via distance learning at 50% or more as of September 1st, 2021. A Bachelor of Arts in Fashion Merchandising, and number 2, a Bachelor of Science in Fashion Merchandising. Any questions? Okay, if no questions, let's turn to the respective committee members and see if they agree. Let's start with Regent Edwards. Do you agree to put this to the full board?
Yes, sir. This is Regent Edwards. I agree to go to the full board.
All right, thank you. And Regent Harrell, how do you vote?
I agree.
Okay, very good. That motion passes to the full board. All right, Dr. John, why don't you take us to item 3B, which involves Texas State.
Right, next time is a redesigned Bachelor of Arts degree program with a major in education. President Trapp.
Thank you. With the passing of House Bill 3217 during the 86th legislative session, the existing degree programs that trained high school teachers in teacher education are required to transition to bachelor's degree programs in education. And so to meet this legislative requirement, our Department of Curriculum and Instruction, which is, of course, in the College of Education, is seeking to offer a Bachelor of Arts degree with a major in education. So this would be for all students who are certified to teach in a secondary education classroom. That's middle and high school levels. Thank you.
All right, very good. Let's put that to a motion. Texas State University desires to be authorized to add a new Bachelor of Arts degree with a major in education. Are there any questions? No questions? Then let's have the respective committee members agree on adding that agenda item to the full board. Regent Harrell.
I agree.
Very good. Thank you. Regent Edwards.
This is Regent Edwards. I agree to go forward to the full board as well.
Very good. Thank you. Where are we? Let's go to agenda item, 3C, which is Texas State.
Yes, this is another a new item, innovative and exciting new degree program from Texas State, adding a Bachelor of Science degree with a major in mechanical engineering. President Trout.
Thank you. This is exciting. I am very pleased to be bringing this motion to you. This has been many years in the making, and we're really excited about adding this degree program to electrical, civil, and industrial that we already have in our Ingram School of Engineering. I'm going to ask Veteraman Saraman, who is the Associate Vice President for Academic Affairs, to present this, since he's the person who has done the heavy lifting on this. Saraman?
Thank you, President Trout. So we conducted a detailed job market analysis, and that bears out a strong demand for the program by the U.S. Department of Labor, Bureau of Labor Statistics, and Texas Workforce Commission. Further, mechanical engineering is an umbrella-like engineering program, and so mechanical engineers can be employed in jobs that call for a civil, chemical, electrical, aerospace, materials engineer. So that also contributes to the job market, strong job market need. The third is our program is built bottom up to conform to the framework of Industry 4.0. This is a concept that began in Germany, was embraced by EU, and is pretty popular throughout the world. Basically, Industry 4.0 stands for the fourth industrial revolution. The first was mechanical automation using steam and water power. The second was automation using electricity. The third industrial revolution involved electronics and the use of digital computing. The fourth assumes all of the prior industrial revolution components, but also includes recent developments like Internet of Things, rapid prototyping or 3D printing, big data analytics, artificial intelligence, virtual simulation deployed in the futuristic mechanical engineering. While many programs throughout the nation are attempting to incorporate elements of Industry 4.0, Texas State will do this bottom up. And that makes us the first in Texas and possibly one of very few in the United States. The location of Texas State on the I-35 Innovation Corridor makes Texas State a really viable candidate to offer a program of this sort. And I would also like to point out that the 5-year costs are $12 million and the 5-year revenue is $14 million. There is heavy investment of a one-time kind in the first 3 years, involving faculty startup and equipment for labs. The break-even point happens between the third and fourth year. By the fourth year, the net revenue will be $2 million. From the fifth year and beyond, the net revenue will be $3 million. So those are some highlights. The program is expected, if approved, to begin in fall 2022. Thank you.
Very good. When does this program start? When can a student enroll in the program?
That would be in fall of 2022.
Well, the reason I ask, I've got one of my favorite great nephews. I'm dying to get him from California here to take this. So I'll pass that on to his mom. Very exciting program, Madam President. Thank you. All right. Any other questions? All right. Then let's go to the respective committee members, see if they agree to move this item to the full board. Regent Edwards.
Regent Edwards, well, first of all, thank you in advance for doing such hard work to put this forward to the committee. And I do approve to take it to the board.
Good, thank you. Regent Harrell, how do you see it?
Yes, when I read it over, I was just really amazed. And then to just hear it again, repeated, it's just very exciting. I definitely agreed to move it on.
Okay, thank you. And Texas State sure changed from when we all went to school there. This is, of course, very exciting. Thank you.
It sure has.
All right, thanks. Okay, let's move, John, to item 3D, please.
Great. 3D is an item from Lamar Institute of Technology, the addition of an Associate of Applied Science degree in Analyzer Technology. President Howard.
Thank you so much, Dr. Haig. And speaking of exciting programs, this is indeed another exciting program. I'm going to ask Dr. Mix to present this to the board. Dr. Mix.
Thank you, Dr. Howard. Dr. Haig, Regent Crane, for point of order, do we want to discuss 3D and while it's on consent agenda, 3T as well, since it's the certificate level of the degree?
Well, why don't I act under the advice of Dr. Hayek? What do you think, John?
Yeah, just to keep us in line in terms of the agenda, Dr. Mix, why don't we just kind of hold on that second one, and it'll shorten the time there, but why don't we just kind of stay with our agenda as is?
Yes, sir. So 3D is the addition of an Associate of Applied Science and Analyzer Technology. It is a 60 semester credit hour award. We're seeking approval to be effective fall 2022. And the Analyzer Technology degree is designed to provide training for students to pursue a career in the analyzer industry. With this degree, a student can seek to become an analyzer technician, which will allow for entry-level career in install, maintain, motor, and control quality emissions for waste and wastewater treatment and a variety of other opportunities. In response to local industry, they have written letters of support, and this was recently added to the targeted occupations list by Southeast Texas Workforce Solutions. Do you have any questions?
All right, if no questions, then let's move to the respective committee members to see if they agree to move this to the full board agenda. Regent Edwards.
Regent Edwards, I do agree to move it to the full board. Thank you.
Thank you. Regent Harrell.
Another exciting opportunity here. It sounds wonderful. I do agree to have it move forward.
We all take great pride in all of our component institutions and providing their students, the community, the state of Texas, degrees that have a lot of meaning. Thank you. Let's move to 3E then.
Great. 3E is an item with the Lamar State College Orange, a new applied science degree, Associate of Applied Science degree in Business Construction Management. President Johnson.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Elmore to present for us.
Good afternoon. At the request of local industry and community partners, LSCO is asking to be authorized to create a new Business Construction Management Associate of Applied Science degree containing 60 semester credit hours to be implemented effective spring 2021. Construction managers plan, coordinate, budget, and supervise construction projects from start to finish. They typically require a bachelor's degree and learn management techniques from on-the-job training. The construction industry continues to experience increased demand for both commercial and residential building in urban and suburban areas of Texas and Louisiana. This increased demand, combined with more openings for experienced line workers and managers who are approaching retirement, supports a growing need for trained workers in the construction industry. Employment of construction managers is projected to grow 8% from 2019 to 2029, much faster than the average for all occupations. They are expected to be needed to oversee the anticipated growth in construction activity over the coming decade. Those with a bachelor's degree in construction science, construction management, or civil engineering, coupled with construction experience, will have the best job prospects. The median annual wage for construction managers in May of 2019 was $95,260. The proposed program is a 60 semester credit hour Associate of Applied Science degree, which will meet all of the requirements and guidelines for approval by the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board. Thank you for your consideration.
Thank you. Question, comment here. This is a fabulous opportunity for a student to pick up an associate degree and then move to one of the universities. And I think Texas State has a bachelor's. Madam President, is that correct at Texas State for this business construction management degree or construction?
Yes. Yeah, we have both a bachelor's and a master's in construction management.
Terrific. Well, I don't have that information in front of me. President White, I think you all do too, don't you?
Yes, we do at the undergraduate.
All right. Well, having used these services before, I really appreciate what these graduates are capable of. Another way that we serve our communities. Thank you very much, President Johnson. Well, I guess now after, go ahead. Do you have something? All right. I guess now it's time if we don't have any other questions, let me throw that out there. Has anybody got anything you want to add? Then let's turn to our respective committee members to see if they agree to move this item to the full board. Regent Edwards, please.
Regent Edwards, I agree to move it forward to the full board.
All right, very good. Thank you. And Regent Hall?
Absolutely, I do agree.
Okay, let's see. We're down, John, to 3F.
Great. It's another new program addition by Lamar State College Orange, Associates of Applied Science in Business Real Estate Management. President Johnson or Dr. Elmore?
Yes, sir. I'd like to turn it back over to Dr. Elmore. She's done a great deal to make this happen.
Thank you, Dr. Johnson. Again, at the request of local industry and community partners, Lamar State College Orange is requesting authority to create a new Business Real Estate Management Associate of Applied Science degree to become effective spring of 2021. Property, real estate, and community association managers take care of the many aspects of residential, commercial, or industrial properties, and they make sure the property is well maintained, has a nice appearance, operates smoothly, and preserves its resale value. Employment of property, real estate, and community association managers is driven by the number of people living in buildings that property management companies operate, such as apartment buildings, condominiums, cooperatives, planned communities, and senior housing. Growth in the single-family housing market may have a positive influence on demand, as some new housing developments will require property managers to oversee jointly owned common areas, such as pools, gyms, and business centers, and to enforce homeowner association laws. Job opportunities should be best for those with a bachelor's degree in business administration, real estate, or a related field, and for those with professional certification. The median annual wage for property, real estate, and community association managers in May of 2019 was $58,760. The proposed program is a 60 semester credit hour Associate of Applied Science degree that will meet all of the requirements and guidelines for approval by the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board. Thank you for your consideration.
All right, I have a question here. The Texas Real Estate Commission requires someone who's trying to become a licensed real estate agent. I think it's a 180-hour course. Does this course qualify for any of those 180-hour credits the Texas Railroad Commission's looking for?
Yes, there are 6 classes that are specific to the real estate element, each of them at 48 contact hours. Those are all intended to prepare for the real estate license. So that's kind of the intent of the original award.
Okay, very good. Let's see, at Texas State, do we actually have a undergraduate degree in real estate? I think they used to a long time ago when I was there, but has that still ongoing or?
No, we don't specifically have a degree in real estate.
Okay, all right. And I don't know, does any of our other component universities do that?
I'll have to ask Interim Provost Maynard because you have outkicked my coverage.
We do not. We do not have one specifically in that area.
Okay, thanks, Dr. Evans. I was, well, as hot as the Texas real estate is right now, I didn't know if we want to think about that. There may not be enough academic courses to get you there. I don't know. Any other questions? If not, then let's turn to the respective committee members. I guess I ought to read the little deal here first before we do that. Lamar State College Orange be authorized to create a new business real estate management Associate of Applied Sciences degree to be implemented upon final approval by the TSUS Board of Regents, the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board, and the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools Commission on Colleges, effective spring 2021. All right, Regents. Dr. Edwards, how do you vote? Doc, I think your microphone's off. You want to toggle?
Yeah, sorry about that. My fingers weren't fast enough. So yes, I agree to move it forward to the full board. As the daughter of a realtor, since I was a little girl, she used to take me door to door. It's a lot of hard work, and it's it'll be an interesting program to watch.
All right. By the way, congratulations on your new appointment to, I don't have it in front of me, but tell us about your new appointment to there. I think it's a regional one, correct?
That's the Dallas Federal Reserve Board. Yes. So thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm impressed. That's quite an accomplishment. Regent Harrell.
Yes, I agree to move it on to the full board.
All right, very good. So that will be done. John, are you going to walk us through the, we have an informational thing first. Why don't you address that, and then we'll move to the consent agenda.
Great. Yes, the next item is information only. It's a certified enrollment report for spring of 21. Overall, our spring enrollment was up about 1% from last year to a little less than, or a little greater than 79,000 students, really driven by very strong enrollment growth at Lamar University, which was up this spring by 5%. And that 5% actually does not include a 27% increase in their out-of-state online students. So, and as well as a dramatic 12% increase from LIT. And so that's the informational item. The next set of items are consent items. And Regent Crane, I think if it's okay with you, kind of similar to what we've done over the past number of meetings, would like to recommend that we kind of take the consent items as a group for each institution, allow our representative to talk for each one of them, and then after we've reviewed them all, then we can kind of I'd recommend voting as a group at the very end on them. That's okay with you?
Oh, that's a superb idea. Have at it.
Great. First item is Lamar University. President Evans.
Hi. Yes, thank you. This is a modification of the undergraduate degree program in business to come within the 120-hour constraint to make it really, frankly, marketable in the online space. And we're actually quite excited about the opportunity to advance this initiative. We're looking at a nationwide offering and fully expect this to be extremely successful.
Right. Any questions on that? Then we'll move to Sam Houston State University, has several items as well. President White or Dr. Menard?
Dr. Maynard?
Yes, thank you. The first motion requests approval of a degree program title change for the MS in Computing and Information Science. The proposed degree program title, which would be Computing and Data Science, more clearly identifies the emphasis in diverse course offerings in the curriculum, as well as brings attention to the distinct discipline of data science. The proposed degree title will help students more clearly recognize and communicate the skill set associated with the degree program, resulting in increased marketability of students. And then I'll go on to our second proposal, which is a motion to request the approval of a deletion of the MS in Health effective September 1st, 2021. This is in relation to the recent addition of a Master of Public Health, the MPH program, which includes 2 unique concentrations, global health and social justice, and health education and promotion. The health behavior curriculum content of the Master of Science and Health degree program is now included in the health education and promotion concentration of the MPH degree program, which is why we are requesting for the deletion of the MS in Health effective again September 1st, 2021. There are currently no students enrolled in this program. The third consent item that we are recommending is a motion to request approval for the deletion of the BA and BS in Family and Consumer Sciences effective May 31st, 2023. Over the past decade, both the Bachelor of Science in Family and Consumer Sciences and the Bachelor of Arts in Family and Consumer Sciences degrees have experienced declining enrollments. Efforts to increase both programs' enrollments have not been successful, and trends across Texas and the nation point to a permanent enrollment decline in this major. All 27 students currently enrolled in the major will have completed the program requirements and graduated prior to May 2023. And those are our 3 consent items. Thank you.
Great. Any questions from the regents on those items? Okay, then we'll move forward to several Sul Ross State University items. Dr. Arila Vasquez, would you like to address these?
Yes, thank you. So the first item that we have is to request a new degree program and change our existing degree program at RGC. We already have authorization to offer a BAS in Applied Science in Organizational Leadership and Child Development. This motion is to actually separate the two and allow us to offer organizational leadership through our business program and child development through our education program. It will have absolutely no additional costs associated with it, and it meets all the SACS requirements. The second one that we have is to request to change semester credit hours for our MBA. And the reason for this is that we're seeing, in order to be more marketable and competitive, we want to change from our existing 36 credit hours for our full-time students to 30 credit hours. This will allow our students to complete the program in a single academic year, also again making us more competitive with other programs that have moved to 30 hours. And that's what I have.
Great. Any questions on those items? Great. Now we're down to 3.0, and which is a series of Texas State items. President Trout.
Thank you. These 5 programs that we have before you fall into 2 categories. The first category is moving existing face-to-face degree programs that will continue to be face-to-face, but adding a distance education component to it. So we are asking for permission to add a Bachelor of Arts degree with a major in anthropology, a Master of Arts degree with a major in adult, professional, and community education, and a Master of Education degree in reading education, all to distance education, keeping also the face-to-face component. The next 2 are programs that are approaching the coordinating board's low enrollment category. And so we're asking permission to delete the Bachelor of Science degree with a major in interdisciplinary science. This is a teacher certification degree, and it's just not very popular. What we are doing is replacing, and we already have these programs in place, individual teacher preparation, teacher certification programs in the science field. So one in chemistry, another program in biology, another program in physics, et cetera. So they can still get the teacher certification, but they get it in a specific discipline instead of just getting an interdisciplinary major. And then the last one here also is asking permission to delete the Master of Science degree with a major in software engineering. Students who want to work in this space prefer a Master of Science in computer science, which we already have. So we're asking to delete that program. Thank you.
Great, thank you very much. Any questions from the regents on those items?
No.
No questions.
Right, the next few items, we're at 3T right now, starting are a few items from Lamar Institute of Technology. President Howard or Dr. Mix?
Dr. Mix will present them.
Thank you, Dr. Hayek, Regent Crane. The 3T action item is an addition of a level 1 certificate in analyzer technology. It is a stackable credential to the aforementioned 3D addition of a Associate of Applied Science and Analyzer Technology. 3U is revision of the Associate of Applied Science in Computer Information Systems. This revision will allow us to align more with our needs of local industry and combining two of our separate pathways into one existing program. It will consist of 60 semester credit hour, seeking approval for that, as well as 3V as in Victor. This is the stackable credential that of 24 hours that will roll into the Associate of Applied Science and Computer Information Systems. Any questions?
No.
Great. All right, the next number of items, starting with 3W, are a number of Lamar State College Orange items. President Johnson or Dr. Elmore, would you like to walk through these? Now, I will just note for everyone and folks that have been around the Academic Affairs Committee for a while, this is these items comes from a lot of hard work and evaluation and review of the programs. And just want to, obviously compliment Dr. Elmore and her team for it's just a lot of work in terms of curriculum cleanup here.
Thank you, Dr. Hayek. I appreciate that. So I would like to propose that we have a basic pharmacy technology certificate. Currently, we have it as offered as an institutional award, and we would like to propose to build upon that institutional award to create a new level 1 certificate that's comprised of 15 semester credit hours that will continue to provide a solid foundation on which students can be introduced to the pharmacy technology industry while still in high school. So revising the award, the institutional award to a level 1 certificate was actually a request of some local independent school districts so that their dual credit students can continue their solid preparation of introductory pharmacy technology coursework, attain a basic certificate while in high school, and then subsequently enroll in the pharmacy or existing pharmacy technology 28 semester credit hour level 1 upon their graduation from high school. Item X is for an existing customer service institutional award to be modified to become a level 1, basic level 1 certificate comprised of 15 semester credit hours that will consist of a repertoire of courses from which students can develop an understanding of businesses and their operations while acquiring customer service and relations skills. Again, many of our partnering school districts have expressed an interest for their dual credit students to pursue this award while they're still in high school with certain endorsements. All courses within the proposed business operations certificate will stack into an existing and already approved 30 semester credit hour business accounting management certificate. Item Y is referenced with 3E above, and it's in the context of the construction management AAS, of which I've already described. This proposed program will be a 512 contact hour, 18 semester credit hour level 1 certificate that will contain all of the coursework specific to construction management. It will meet all of the requirements and guidelines for approval by the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board. and students will complete a level 1 certificate in construction management. Item Z is cross-referenced with the Associate of Applied Science, which was discussed above in item 3F in relation to the Real Estate Management Associate of Applied Science. Again, I'm proposing that we create a level 1 certificate to be implemented in the spring of 2021 to allow students to complete a concentration of courses specific to real estate management. It will be comprised of 18 semester credit hours and 288 contact hours, and it will meet all of the requirements and guidelines for approval by the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board. Item AA is in reference to an existing process technology certificate. I'm asking that we be allowed to discontinue this certificate. We offer this 40 semester credit hours level 1 certificate as well as a 30 semester credit hour certificate in process technology. The 40 semester credit hour certificate contains an abundance of industry-related courses as well as general education courses in which the advisory board doesn't believe pertain or prepare students for quick entry into the process technology industry. So therefore, the 30 semester credit hour certificate is comprised entirely of industry-related courses, including all of those that are in existence in the 40 semester credit hour, plus 2 additional industry-related courses. So the students who are currently enrolled in this 40-hour certificate will be individually evaluated to determine whether it benefits them to be transferred to the 30 semester hour award or allow them to complete the Associate of Applied Science. So we are looking at those students individually. Item, let's see, BB. I've got a conglomeration of Associate of Arts and Associate of Science programs that I'm asking we be allowed to modify. In a agenda that will be coming in a moment, we are trying to adjust our core curriculum. And as such, the Associate of Arts and Associate of Science degrees that are preparing students to transfer and complete their baccalaureate's degree with partnering colleges, they are comprised of 42-hour core curriculum. As we request to adjust our core curriculum, that will also have an impact on each of our Associate of Science and Associate of Arts degrees that are listed, including but not limited, including Biology Medical Professions emphasis, Business Associate of Science, Communication Associate of Arts, Computer Information System Associate of Science, Computer Science Associate of Science, Criminal Justice Associate of Science, Natural Science Associate of Science, Sociology Associate of Arts, and then teaching, we have an AAT1 and an AAT2. Item CC is Business Management Associate of Applied Science. We currently offer an Associate of Applied Science degree in Business Management, a 33 semester credit hour level 1 certificate in entrepreneurship, a 30 semester credit hour level 1 certificate in business management, and a 12 semester credit institutional award, customer service. So we want to make sure that the students who complete the AAS degrees are TSI complete in reading and writing. And unfortunately, the award as it stands now can allow a student to graduate TSI complete in reading and writing, but they do not have to be in math. So we are asking to modify the existing award to remove the option for students to take either a college level math or science and require them to take a college level math course. Item DD is for an Industrial Technology Associate of Applied Science. We offer an Associate of Applied Science degree in Industrial Technology, as well as a 41 semester credit hour level 1 certificate in Safety, Health, and Environment. And upon review of the AAS degree, our advisory committee recommended that a CETT 1403 DC Circuits course be replaced with an INTC 1457 ACDC Motor Controls, or OSHT 2401, which is an OSHA course, in order to meet the needs of the industry and business partners. This modified Associate of Applied Science will continue to meet all of the requirements and guidelines for approval by the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board. Item EE requests program modification for our Information Technology Awards that prepare students for entry into information technology careers. There's a course that's common to several of the awards that is being retired from the WECM, Texas Workforce Education Course Manual, and it is ITCC 1340. So in order for us to continue teaching the learning outcomes that have been established by our advisory committee, as well as local and business industry needs, we are requesting that ITCC 1344 replace the archived ITCC 1340 in the following awards: an AAS in Information Technology Support Specialist, a 30 semester credit hour Level 1 Certificate in Information Technology Support Assisting Networking Specialist, and a 15 semester credit hour Level 1 Certificate in Cisco Networking Cybersecurity Technician. Item FF is in regards to the core curriculum modifications I mentioned a moment ago. So while our current core does meet all of the requirements set forth by Texas Administrative Code Title 19, Part 1, Chapter 4, Subchapter B, we are wanting to broaden the number of courses in the component area options so that there can be a seamless and smoother transfer for our students to public colleges and universities throughout the state of Texas. It will increase the transferability by maximizing courses that are actually applied to the student's core curriculum while also applying to their major at the transfer institutions. So I've provided the proposed core curriculum with strike-throughs for those courses which are being altered or removed, and then highlights for those that are being added to the different component areas. And then the last item, GG, from Lamar State College Orange, is the request to modify several Level 1 certificate programs that were in our inventory that were in conflict with what the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board requires. So Level 1 certificate is a program of study that is intended to be no more than 1 year in length. It can be comprised of between 15 and 42 semester credit hours, and it must be exempt from the requirements of the Texas Success Initiative. So we had several of our awards that included courses that were not exempt from the Texas Success Initiative, such as English 1301, requires TSI complete designation in reading and writing, and/or Math 1314 requires TSI complete designation in math. So the awards are as follows: Business Accounting Management Certificate, 30-hour Level 1. We are removing the English 1301 and replacing it with the BUSI 2304, which is not subject to TSI requirements. We are requesting to do the same with a Criminal Justice Level 1 certificate comprised of 30 semester credit hours, an Entrepreneur Certificate comprised of 30 semester credit hours. An Instrumentation Certificate contains a Math 1314 college algebra course that needs to be removed. And the advisory board also requested the removal of a computer science course within that instrumentation certificate. And then our existing safety, health, and environment certificate has been 41 semester credit hours, and in removing the general ed courses, is being reduced to a 27 semester credit hour degree that does not have TSI restrictions. So we are removing the college math, college algebra, the English 1301. We are adding the OSHA, and then we're removing 4 general ed courses also at the request of the advisory board. All of these awards will comply with the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board Level 1 certificate standards. I believe that's all that I have on the agenda.
Thank you, Dr. Elmore. I know that there was a lot of information there for folks. Any questions from the regents on the new program proposals or any of the program modifications?
No questions. Dr. Elmore did a great job of going fast.
Great, then we'll move on to a number of items for Lamar State College, Port Arthur. President Renard or Dr. Millsap?
Hello, Dr. Hayek. I think Pam's prepared to make a report on each of these motions.
Thank you, Dr. Renard. I'll try to be fast as Dr. Elmore was. Like Orange, we're doing some curriculum cleanup. Motion HH involves adding to our core curriculum English 2351, Mexican American literature. and also adding Math 1324 Mathematics for Business and Social Sciences to our core curriculum. The purpose behind these, we are a Hispanic serving institution. We're a Title V grant recipient, and we feel like offering Mexican American literature in our literature options is a good fit to help our students better understand the cultural contributions of our neighbor to the south, Mexico. And we are wanting to add Math 1324, Math for Business and Social Sciences to the core, because as we have implemented our math pathways, where we're trying to make sure that students take the math that's appropriate to their program of study, we realize that for business majors, Math 1324 is probably the preferable math and also will aid in transfer. So that's motion HH. Motion II has to do with deleting Math 1314 College Algebra and Math 1325 Calculus for Business and Social Sciences from the AA degree in Business Administration and adding instead BUSI 1307 Personal Finance and Math 1324 Math for Business and Social Sciences for the reasons I just mentioned, that they better align with that program of study and with the goals of that program. Motion JJ. We are proposing that we add Cosmetology 2343 Salon Development to our Associate of Applied Science degree in Cosmetology Operator. And that has to do with some changing requirements of the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation. And along with adding 2343 Salon Development, we are proposing that we delete Cosmetology 2302, Introduction to Application of Hair Coloring. First of all, to make room for salon development, but second of all, because the hair coloring skills are actually taught in other courses. So that's motion JJ. Motion KK. Is a modification of our Culinary Arts and Hospitality AAS degree. We are proposing that we add Math 1324 Math for Business and Social Sciences to that degree plan. And we delete the science that was formerly required. And sounds like this is for the same reasons Orange identified. We found that some students were getting ready to graduate without being TSI complete because they had not had a math course. And so we're adding the math course to the degree plan so that we don't have students getting to that point without being TSI complete. In motion LL, we are proposing that we change the speech course that has been offered in our heating, air conditioning, and ventilation program. We are proposing that we change from speech 1315 to speech 1321. So instead of public speaking, they will be taking business and professional communications because we think that's a better fit with their program of study. And we are also proposing that we add Math 1324, Math for Business and Social Sciences instead of the science requirement for reasons I've talked about in another couple of motions. In motion MM, we are proposing that we add 2 transfer courses, English 1301 Composition 1 and Math 1314 College Algebra, to students majoring in instrumentation technology or process technology, because while that is historically, those are considered non-transfer degrees. Increasingly, those degrees are accepted in transfer. And so for those students who wish to transfer after earning the Associate of Applied Science degree here, by taking English 1301 and Math 1314, they have a leg up on transfer. Those will be options. Students who know that they do not wish to transfer can go ahead and take English 2311 Tech Writing or Technical Math 1301 instead. So the students will just need to decide if they are planning to transfer or not to determine which of those course options they should pursue. And then finally, motion NN. We are moving that the life and physical science course requirement be eliminated from several Associate of Applied Science degrees, including accounting, business office management, drafting technology, and medical office administration, and that instead we require math 1324, math for business and social sciences, because again, we feel like it's a good fit for those degrees, and also because there's less danger of the student arriving at graduation without being TSI complete. And that is all of our motions.
Great, thank you, Dr. Millsap. Any questions from the regents on those recommended changes?
No, Dr. Millsap, you did a great job too. That was good, thorough.
Thank you.
I second that.
Excellent. The final two items, Regent Crane, are consent items as well. OO is miscellaneous curriculum changes report, and then PP is a listing, or a deletion actually, a listing of canceled out-of-state, out-of-country programs for this summer from Texas State University, unfortunately. And that concludes the consent items. I think they are ready as a group if there are no other questions for a vote. Regent Crane.
Okay, very good. Well, we've reviewed all the items, 34 of them, from phonetically India through Papa. So let's, I thought that would be most preferred. Unless someone wishes to pull an item from the consent and vote on it separately, we can do that. Does anyone want to do that, or can we proceed to vote on all of them in unison?
Need to vote.
Okay, let's do the vote. All right, let's go to Dr. Edwards. How do you vote? Do you want to move these to the consent agenda?
Yes, this is Regent Edwards. I vote to move them to consent agenda, and thank everybody for making this so comprehensible in your brief but thorough updates.
All right, very good. Regent Harrell.
I agree. I think they should all be moved forward to on the consent agenda.
All right, before we close here, I want to thank Pete Gallego for the hospitality last week while we attended some graduation ceremonies, and also to President White. What a wild and crazy game we got to watch Saturday, but we came out victorious. Congratulations. And of course, you'll be playing for the college national championship on Sunday. Good job.
Thank you, Chairman.
Well, I'll tell you something. They fell off in an open grave the second quarter, but they came back from the grave in the second half and did a heck of a job.
I believe in miracles. Thank you.
As Charlie Amato said, we were very fortunate. So thanks, Charlie. All right. Thank you, everyone, for calling in. Unless there's any further discussion, which, of course, I would be glad to entertain. This concludes our telephone meeting of today. And boy, do I look forward to seeing everyone back in person next week for our board meeting at my old college home, San Marcos at Texas State. So we look forward to that. The time for the record, I guess we need to add that, is 2:58 Central Time. Thank you all very much.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.